Hey, how's going guys? Today's video is very special to you, because in this video I am going to show you top 5 games with map size bigger than that of GTA 5's. As if you would know, GTA 5 has the largest map in all of the GTA games. In fact, it is even larger than all the GTA maps combined. That's how big it is, but some games took it further, and have open worlds ridiculously larger. They might not have map as detailed as that of GTA 5's, but definitely has a larger map. So this is what we are gonna cover up today. The map size in games is measured in square kilometers, and in that case GTA 5's map size is about 128 square kilometers. For those who have never played GTA 5, just for the idea, let me say you that GTA San Andreas has a map of just 33 square kilometers. Keep that in mind. All the above 5 games can be played on a computer with at least of 2 GB RAM, a dual-core processor. So make sure to stay with me till the end, and please like the video, as it takes a lot of effort to find these games and list them. It's gonna take you 2 seconds to be precise to like this video, so hope you do it. So now let's get started, but after the intro.
Let's roll.
3, 2, 1.
On number 5 spot we have Arma 3. It has a map size of 270 square kilometers, which is more than 2 times larger than that of GTA 5's. Arma 3 is an open-world realism-based military tactical shooter video game. Arma 3 is set in 2030s. It's an amazingly realistic shooter, with planes, cars, tanks and helicopters. Mods also add to the game more weapons and vehicles from all different battles, from World War II all the way to modern day. I would recommend this game to anyone interested in FPS. There are also servers and missions you can play with or without friends, or you can even create your own mission with the even editor. It's an immersive and realistic experience, perfect for those that are tired of the typical aim and shoot type of first-person shooters. It delivers an experience like no other. Realistic tactics and scenarios leave the player awed at the level of detail this game has to offer. You'll find yourself losing hours playing and setting up scenarios to play solo or with friends in a multiplayer game with varying degrees of realism. The flight and vehicle mechanics might not be the most accurate, but it definitely makes it easy for a beginner to learn and get used to the controls. The key features of the game are as follows: to defeat your enemy on a richly detailed, open-world battlefield, stretching over 290 square kilometers of Mediterranean island terrain, from expansive cities to rolling hills, whether steamrolling your tank across the dusty plains, flying a transport helicopter over the dense forests, or waging asymmetric warfare from the rocky hills. The islands of Altus and Stratus are dynamic worlds, which lend themselves to the most varied engagements in gaming. Head into combat on foot, drive armored vehicles, or take to the skies in helicopters and jets. Conduct a combined arms attack over air, land, and sea, with over 20 vehicles to drive and pilot, 40+ weapons to pick from, customizable loadouts with short and long distance attachments, and various types of gear to suit your needs on the battlefield. With a massive arsenal at your disposal, Arma 3 moves you into a world of tactical opportunities. So definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have Operations Flashpoint Dragon Rising. It has a map size of about 350 square kilometers, almost 2.8 times larger than that of GTA 5's. Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising is an open-world tactical shooter video game. According to Game Informer, there are over 70 weapons in-game, all supported by a realistic ballistic system. Although most are not readily accessible to the player, the weapons available range from pistols and submachine guns to artillery and large bombs. Depending on the current mission, they are equipped with optics, grenade launchers, laser sights or suppressors. The ballistic system, which simulates the effects of each weapon on buildings, vehicles, and people, is based as much as possible on the real specifications of each weapon. Information on Chinese PLA weapons and vehicles is limited in some cases, and also takes into account flight times and effective ranges for each projectile. The balance of the weapons was not arbitrarily created by the game developers. but was based on information provided by real-life weapons designers. Learning the best usage of each of these weapons was intended to be a significant part of the challenge of the game. Dragon Rising takes place on the fictional island of Skara. Skara is sparsely populated with some towns and more isolated houses and settlements. Dragon Rising also features a multiplayer mode. In storyline co-op mode, up to 4 human players can play through the single-player campaign together, each human player replacing a computer-controlled character. The player versus player multiplayer includes 4 maps to choose from on the disc. There are also the pure multiplayer modes Annihilation and Infiltration, with more multiplayer modes promised for after the release of the main game. The game does not feature dedicated servers, and the official servers are still online though sources claim otherwise. So definitely worth a try. Now we are heading towards the big boys. On number 3 spot we have Test Drive Unlimited 2, and it has a map size of about 1,000 square kilometers, almost 8 times larger than that of GTA 5's.
Start the engine and go for a ride.
Test Drive Unlimited 2 is an open-world racing video game similar to that of Forza Horizon series. The game is set upon 2 islands, Ibiza, an island in the Balearic Islands which belongs to Spain, and Oahu, one of the Hawaiian Islands. Both islands have been modeled mostly accurately by using satellite data. Each island has both asphalt roads and off-road routes, translated to roughly 2/3 of all roads being asphalt roads, and the total length of road exceeds 3,000 kilometers, or 1,864 miles. The islands have new challenges and races to earn extra cash, and the roads on Hawaii have been modified to make the location interesting again for those who played the previous game. Hawaii has also been renewed graphically to stay up to date for the new game, and each island features a 24-hour cycle and dynamic weather. The player can travel between the 2 islands by driving to the airport on one island, where a cutscene shows the character taking off as a passenger on a plane, and then flying to the next location on the other island. This air commuting ability needs to be unlocked by reaching level 10 in the game. The airports have modeled interiors which, like car dealerships and other locations, allows online players to interact with other online players in the same location. With the release of the second DLC, the player also has the option to instantly change islands instead of entering the airport. However, they can still choose to enter the airport if the player desires to do so. Test Drive Unlimited 2 has a similar online mode to the previous game, free roam driving. During free roaming, up to 8 players can join a session at the same time. The ability to walk is also present in the new racing lobby, homes and shops. When waiting for every player to be ready to race, cars of the other players can be examined. Also, players can be in the seat of another player's car to show or be shown different shortcuts. So definitely worth a try if you are familiar with Forza Horizon type games. On number 2 spot we have Just Cause 2. Why Just Cause? Just because its map is about 2,025 square kilometers including oceans and islands, it means its map is ridiculously 16 times larger than that of GTA 5's. But the thing about this game is, everything is super detailed. There are at least 10 airports in this game, with one being international airport, and others being military base. Just Cause 2 is a third-person action-adventure game in which players control Rico Rodriguez, field operative of the agency, in an effort to overthrow the island dictatorship of Panop, an open world for players to explore. The game has 3 types of missions. Agency missions advance the story and are the game's main campaign. Faction missions task players to assist the game's 3 factions, and Stronghold missions task players to infiltrate government bases and liberate them for the factions. Players can use a variety of weapons to fight enemies. The game features a large arsenal of weapons, from 2-handed pistols to rocket launchers, and a variety of sea, land and air vehicles. Players can drive them, jump on top of them or hide in front of them while they are moving, and hijack enemy vehicles, triggering a series of quick-time events. Just Cause 2 includes a grappling hook enabling players to tether objects together. In a high-speed vehicle chase, a player can use the grappling hook to attach the pursuit vehicle to the ground. forcing it to stop and often damaging it by flipping. Players can also tether two enemies together. The grappling hook allows a player to pull himself, hold on to objects such as walls or helicopters and pull enemies towards Rico. The player has a parachute, which is always ready to be deployed even if it was already deployed moments earlier. This can be combined with the grappling hook as quick transport, with players slingshooting themselves into the air. I would say you must try this, you will definitely love it. On number 1 spot we have the Fuel, and yeah, this is just ridiculously huge. Can you guess the map size? It has a map size of about 14,400 square kilometers, 113 times larger than that of GTA 5's, and every single part of the map is explorable. For those who have no idea about GTA 5's map size, let me tell you that this game's map size is about 436 times larger than that of GTA San Andreas map. Fuel, a racing game set in a vast open world, Fuel focused on extreme racing on an epic scale. Racers were pitted against fearsome weather in buggies, trucks, and an assortment of fierce-looking off-road vehicles. Fuel also gave players a chance to collect tons of unlockables from around the world's huge map, including vehicles, skins, helmets, and driver clothing, supporting a competitive multiplayer mode for 216 players, and a co-op multiplayer mode supporting 4 players. The title flourished online. Most racing games, however authentic the handling or realistic the visuals, limit players to staying on short courses and preset tracks. No deviation is allowed. Should you want to explore the environment at breakneck speeds. And then there's Fuel, Codemasters' latest driving game that delivers a massive, go-anywhere racing world and featuring a wide range of terrain taken from satellite data. In fact, Fuel is so big that the Guinness World Records has recognized the game as the largest playable area in a console game. While not a flawless racer, it delivers a memorable offline and online experience for fans of the genre. This is a big and beautiful game, but one that has some flaws. The arcade gameplay is faster and frantic, spread across the many solo and multiplayer modes, along with classics, such as Checkpoint, Speedrun and Circuit. Fuel offers chopper chase, traverse tricky routes to reach the finish line before a helicopter, seek and destroy, crash into rival racers, and blitz, race from one checkpoint to the next in order to reset the timer. Also included is a race editor to create and share your own events. The game bogs down with the artificial intelligence, computer-controlled drivers, which is far from intelligent, and some of the game modes are just too long, and a bit of a yawn. That said, while not without its faults, Fuel should satisfy racing game fans for its breadth and depth. Perhaps a weekend rental is your best bet, or give it a spin at your local video game store before buying. So worth a try. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have been till here, believe me, you will have an amazing luck for next 7 days. I sure most of the people at this point have clicked off the video, but if you see this you are lucky. Okay, with all due respect, love your parents, respect your country, stay home and stay safe, and most importantly take care of yourselves. Bye.